Well, hello there and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, welcome to my channel. Today I've got a new part of my makeup collection series going up. I'm doing my face palettes, which is like contour palettes, bronzer palettes, blah blah blah, it says it in the name. Anyway, quickly, I have got the Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit, but that is currently at my boyfriend's house because I got ready at his house last night to go out, come back to my house this morning, forgot to bring it with me. So just to let you know that I do have that. This is a drawer from my makeup drawers, and this is all of my face palettes. This is a mixture of drugstore and high-end, so let's jump into it. The first one I have is the Zoe But Basic Moment blush palette. Does that look like a blush palette to you? No, it doesn't. The packaging is a blush colour, but it does have a contour shade, a highlight shade and a blush shade. Use these all 1,000 times. Love it. I think this is about £15. Don't know, can't remember. I got it for Christmas, but I think it's about £15. You can get it on Beauty Bay. This is really good. And do you know what? The contour shade for Pale Skin is actually really nice. It's really cool toned. Love it. Why am I so hyper? Do not know. Next I've got the I Heart Revolution Bronzer Wardrobe palette, which you would have seen a video on previously, and it just has what it says in the name, bronzers in it. It has 8 bronzer shades. It has a mixture of shimmers and mattes. I tend to just stick to the mattes. Haven't used this since that video, but it is a really nice palette. It's just because it's inconvenient because of the pan set shades, but when I'm at home I will try and use this more. I think this was £12 for 8 shades, so that is really good. I'm going to put these on the floor. I have 3 of these Revolution like amplified palettes. They come out a while ago. First one I have is the Pro HD amplified palettes in Mega Matte, which if I can open it. Oh my god, just open it. There we go. It has in it 3 powder shades, 3 blush shades and 2 contour bronzy shades. Love this palette. Thank you. Love this palette. The powders are very smooth. They're really good powders. Lovely blushes. This is like my favourite contour shade ever, but the pan actually broke, as you can see by that hole in the middle. It looks like a donut, but yeah, that was my favourite contour shade, and then it broke, so I stopped using it because I was scared I was going to break it even more, so that's good. The next one I've got is the Pro HD Amplified Palette in Glow Getter. You would have also seen a video on this not too long ago. And it has a variation of highlighters in. This is a good palette. I did do a video on it, obviously, as I just said. Not my favourite highlighter palette, but it's nice, especially if you're like a makeup artist. It's nice to have in your collection. And lastly, I have the Pro HD Amplified Palette in Get Baked, which has why do I keep saying that? It has a mixture of like blush shades, blush toppers, little highlighters and like more of your bronzy shades. Haven't used this yet. Pretty good, but no. How many's in there? Yeah, 15 highlighters in here, and obviously you can use it for blush, bronzer, topper, highlighters. 15 shades for £15, which is really good, but I just haven't used it yet. I haven't really had any use for it. I tend to just do that. I just buy stuff and then not use it and just stick with what I love and don't try out things, but just ignore that. This is limited edition, you can't buy it anymore, but this is the Tarte clay palette in Ladies Night. You can get, they always are selling these, like you can get loads of different ones. This, oh, it smells like chocolate, oh my god. It has 5 eyeshadows, is that, what? No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. Has 6 eyeshadows at the bottom, a big blush in the middle, and a highlight and a contour. I've used this so many times for the face products like the blush, contour and highlight. Really, really good products. I love Tarte makeup. It's so amazing, but very expensive. I have the W7 Hollywood Bronze and Glow palette. Did do a blog post on this. It's not that bad, it's not horrendous, but the highlighter's not really pigmented that much, and don't waste your money on it basically. Not really that great. Oh my god, have I told you how much these are? All them Makeup Revolution big palettes are like £15 each. The Tarte one, can't remember how much that was, but it's limited edition anyway. And this one was, oh my god, I don't even know, what was it? Was it like £5–6 or something? But I don't think this is worth the £5–6. It's nice, but you can live without it basically. I've got the Revolution Pro HD Powder Contour Kit. I used to have the old Ultra, the packaging before this, the Ultra one, where it had the mirror and 8 like round pans, but I wanted this one because I don't know, just fancied squares this time. This is in Fair. I have used this, yeah. No, this is a nice palette. It has your highlighter shade, highlight shades, and obviously your contour shades. So good contour palette. I think this is around £8, so really good and cheap. Why is this in here? I guess it's a face palette. I've got the L'Oreal Infallible Total Cover Concealer Palette. This should really be in my concealer drawer, but I don't know. I just decided obviously to put it in this drawer. I only really used the bottom, that shade there, and the green shade. And they're nice concealers though, but I haven't really used it that much since I have liquid concealers and liquid green concealers. I just prefer liquid, apart from if I'm like carving out my brows, which I don't do very often. I'll obviously use a solid concealer. But yeah, I don't really use it that much, but I think this was around, I can't remember, I got this ages ago. It's not that expensive. It must be around £9–10, I guess. I don't really know, don't quote me on it, just Google it. What else do I have? Another Tarte product. I have the Tarte's Pro Glow To Go palette. I've done a blog post on this as well. It has a contour shades and 2 highlighters in it. Very nice. Tarte do sales all the time. I think you can get this at its cheapest for like £7, which is literally insane. This is really nice. The highlighters are beautiful, and it's a really nice contour shade. Really good, as it says, Pro Glow To Go. Very good travel palette. I have the Revolution Camouflage Corrector palette, which, as it says in the name, is a colour corrector palette. Again, only use a skin colour and a green colour because I don't know where I'm going to put purple concealer, to be honest. I don't really have that bad on like dark circles, so I haven't really used the other shades, but you never know when you need a purple concealer, alright? So that's why I've got it, and that's why I bought it. I've got the Technic Colour Max Face and Eyes palette, which I am yet to do a video on. I bought this about a month ago, and I do want to test it out for you guys because it has 4 eyeshadows and then a bronzer, highlight and blush, so this could be a really good travel palette, but I will be doing a testing video on that. I think that was £6, cheap as chips. I have the Revolution the Ultra Cream Contour Palette, and the pans are sweating because I haven't used this. I've literally used this shade and this shade maybe a few times, and that's it. Don't really cream contour, I haven't got the time for it, but this was about £6 I think, same as like the other standard palettes were about £6. Not really a fan of cream contouring. If I have about 5 hours to get ready, maybe I'll try it, but that is not the case most of the time. And then I've got another Technic Matte Mega Blush Palette. These are all matte shades and they're just 4 different beautiful blushes. Yeah, I haven't really got a lot of Technic makeup. I think a lot of people they just think, oh, Technic is like really rubbish because it's really cheap and the packaging's really cheap, but if you think about it, Wet n Wild's sort of similar, like with the plastic packaging like this, and their product's really good. So haven't tried this. I'm gonna actually do a blog post on it, I think. Might do a blog post on this, not quite sure, but no, this is a really pretty blush palette, and I've been a lot more into my blush lately, so this is a really nice palette. This is such an oldie but a goodie. It is the Revolution Ultra Sculpt and Contour Kit in Ultra Fair 01. It has a bronzer, highlighter, blush. Use this to death. Surprised I haven't hit pan. It is amazing. £3.50. You can't go wrong. Really nice bronzer shade. Highlighter is blinding. But did I use that in my previous video? No, it was the Lucy Barker collab. I used the highlighter and the bronzer to do my contouring and my highlight, and it was so lovely. And also that blush palette, I think it was about £4. I can't remember, but really cheap. And last but not least, I have the Urban Decay Naked Flushed palette in the shade Native, and this is a bronzer, a highlight and a blush. I've used this quite a lot, to be fair, and it is really pigmented, really nice. Travel palette again, super nice. I think these are around £20. Not sure, I've had this for a while, but I think it's about £24, £20. Can't remember. They're doing sales all the time anyway. But yeah, that is another great travel palette. And those were all my face palettes. I have so much, it's a joke. I have so much of everything, it is a joke. Let me know down below in the comments if you have any of these and what you think of them. If you haven't already, please subscribe down below. Give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.